Howdy there, folks. I'm Gene the Pink Panther. Welcome to part number 8 of Super Mario Bros. 3. So, a quick reminder, I'm cutting out warp pipes, item houses, and minigames. Anyway, so let's move on to world number 6's level number 1. Even though I do think that this is the first world that is actually harder than world number 3, this level is still pretty fast. Especially if you have the fire flower. Those piranha plants that are blowing the little black ball things up and down, after you shoot them, even if you get hit by the black ball, as you saw a little bit ago, it won't hurt you, so you don't need to worry about that. I don't know about the ones coming out of the pipes, but the ones that are walking around, they won't hurt you. And yeah, that was level 1 of World 6. Yep, I do think this world's consistently harder than world number 3, though. Anyway, so let's move on to level number 2. So, World 6 loves to throw these auto-scrolly levels at you. And as you probably already guessed, World 6 is an ice-themed world, and because of that, the ground is usually very slippery, and so you want to watch your step, especially here. There's no difference between the clouds and those wooden blocks that we've been using up until now. I don't really know why they switched them, but okay then. So yeah, you want to be careful as always, and keep in mind that it's slippery, and you should be alright. And right here is where this level actually starts getting a little bit tricky, because it starts going slanted, and that catches me off guard every now and then, like if I haven't played the game in quite a while. My big advice for this whole entire world is jump a lot when you're on slippery ground. That helps prevent slippage for me. Yes, slippage. It helps prevent the slipperiness and helps me to keep my balance better. If you jump up here real quick, you can find a 1-up. Not that you really need it. I'm at 51 lives now. And yeah, that's it for level number 2. Yeah, it can be tough. It's not the worst level in this world, of course, but it can be tough, so just watch where you're jumping, as always with the auto-scrolling levels, and yeah, you should be fine. Let's see, do I take on the Hammer Brother? Yep. So I choose to take the safe route because these Hammer Brothers are the second hardest because the ground is slippery and it's very hard to stay in the arc that they make with the hammers. So I choose to take the much longer, but also a lot safer route and just spam fireballs and wait for them to come down to the bottom. And I want a hammer! Huzzah! I don't know if I'll ever use that hammer, to be honest with you. So let's move on to level number 3. This one's not auto-scrolling, but it is very platformy specific. So you do want to be careful. That part, it kind of looks like you could make it over the top of that ice wall, but I've tried and you can't. Right here, if you recall from Super Mario Bros. 1, you can actually run across those single-spaced gaps, but since it's slippery, I always end up running into the Koopa Troopa. Obviously, that doesn't matter, though, because I ran into the one right after it. But still, you know, just, again, keep in mind it's slippery here. So yeah, this world is actually pretty basic, kind of like world number 2. There's not a whole lot of diversity in the levels, like appearance-wise, so I'm hoping I'm doing alright. But anyway, it's not that tough, and I screwed up and I didn't get 3 stars. Damn, I only got 1 life instead of 5. I only have 52 instead of 56. I'm crushed if you can't tell. Anyway, let's take on the first Midway Fort. This one, it might catch you off guard, but it's actually really easy. Watch out for the block, it's pushed me off before. What you want to do is stand on the very tip edge of the left side of this block, and you want to make sure you're facing left. I'm serious, you want to make sure you're facing left. Why? Because that way that fire walkie guy walks off the edge and it doesn't hit you. These guys got to make sure you're standing on the very far edge when they're spinning into the platform, and then that's really it. It's not that bad. That's the part that catches me off guard, or it did. And yeah, it's nothing to worry about as long as you remember to stay on the edge and to start off facing the left. Right here is a star guy, which I'm surprised is actually in here. And yeah, that's it for the first Midway Fort of world number 6. It's really easy. Dang, if that would have lasted a few more seconds, I could have used Star Guy on this boss. I guess you could call him a boss. I actually don't know if it one-shots them or not, and I really don't care. Anyway, that unlocks the door, as always, and I cut out 2 mini games in a row. Seriously, I've just saved like 4 minutes of footage just from cutting out all the stuff. I'm so happy I'm cutting it out. Anyway, this one has those spinny platforms from world number 5, as well as the auto-moving wooden block things. And it's a little tough. No, actually, it can be pretty tough, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Right here is where it always catches me off guard, just because of the P-switch. Although you want to make sure you're taking advantage here and all that, just so that way you can speed through this level that much quicker. Yeah. Like I said, the levels in Super Mario Bros. 3 are actually really short, but that's because they cram so many levels in here. I'm not sure which method I like better. Longer levels, but fewer in number, or more levels, but, you know, smaller in length. This is honestly the most butt-munchish level in this world. You want to start off by taking this pipe. You could follow them all the way through if you want, and in fact you probably will the first time you play this game, or you play this level, but because of the fact that this level can take forever if you don't know what you're doing, I'm actually going to show you exactly what to do, even though I do screw up. And not a big screw up, it's only a few seconds. Right there's the first screw up I made. You want to wait until that thing picks up the block, so that way you hit him with your magic block. You want to jump on this Koopa Troopa, and you want to do what I did not do and break those blocks on the right with your tail whip thing. If you came into this level as Mini Mario, just walk back through in and out of this pipe, and that block will keep reappearing, and the more you take it, like it'll give you a mushroom first, then it'll give you a leaf. So if you lose your leaf power up, then just go ahead and go get it again. Yeah, you want to break these blocks like this. You want to pick up this magic block, wait for that guy to pick up his, and then kick it at him. And then this part's a little bit awkward. You got to build up enough speed in the meter, and then you want to make sure you're holding on to the B button, because you got to keep holding on to the shell, and then you also got to be tapping the A button. This is kind of awkward to do, so you know, it might take a bit of practice, but after you do that, as soon as you get up there and land on the blocks, kick the shell. You can't beat this level without doing that, and it's the most butt-munchish level in this world. And, yeah, that's the most butt-munchish level, now you know. Okay, so like I said, these are the second hardest set of Hammer Brothers in this game, just because the ground is slippery and it drives me crazy. I didn't die in this playthrough, but I have before, just because the ground is slippery, and I tried moving over, and then I slid into a hammer, and it's not fun. So I decided to use a Star Guy, because honestly, I'm going to start running out of places to use these things. They're useless for the actual platformy levels. They're really only good for these. Anyway, let's move on to this level. I didn't see what number it was. I want to say 6. Anyway, so I recommend coming up here first to get the Fire Flower. Or a mushroom if you're Mini Mario. Watch out for the fish coming out of the tiny little ponds that you can't see them in. Wait. Anyway, you want to go up there, get the Fire Flower. When you're over here, watch out for that block. It pushed me into that fish. Friggin' fish. So yeah, this is actually an underwater level. Kind of. I'd say it's about 60 to 70% underwater. And good lord, I hate these fish. Absolutely hate them. They're positioned in a way that I always get hit somehow. You'd think it'd be easier than this, and usually it is, but you gotta remember, I was really, really friggin' tired at this point. But I kept going, and I think it shows just how tired I was. I should have walked off right here. Nope, I swam up and ran right into the fish. So let's go right back. We'll jump right back to where I died. Again, I fared better. I always fare better on the second try. Probably because I'm like, ah, frick, and I know I gotta do better. Only I could do that on the first try more often when I'm tired. Anyway, the Fire Flower is, like, freaking awesome here, like it is in every underwater level, just because you get to shoot the friggin' fish. The very annoying fish. I hate the fish. Especially right here. This one fish, I hate him. Anyway, though, yeah, that was level number, I still want to say 6. I'm pretty sure it's level number 6. Huzzah! I get 5 more lives. I'm at 57. I don't care. I think that's too many lives. I could die 56 times and I still wouldn't have a game over. Oh, I love how quick this is going. I could have used that hammer and bypassed level number 7, I guess, but, you know, I'm going to show every level anyway, so. This is another auto-scrolling level. Obviously, you don't want to stay standing on these ring platforms. I've said this like every single level that has these, but again, you don't want to stay standing on them. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, but if you're standing on one that's actually like a set that's above another one, and you're staying on the one that's above, and then it falls, you will not land on the set underneath the one that you've used. Like right here, if I were to stand on these 3 until they fell, I'd fall straight through the bottom 3. And I'd die, and it's very annoying when that happens. So just, you know, be aware of that, because that's pretty frustrating when that happens. You gotta fall down with that one, though. This level likes making you do that, and it always scares me when I do. It's actually easier than the first auto-scrolling level, to be honest. Again, though, you just gotta remember, keep jumping. Seriously, the more you jump, the easier this is. You want to make sure you're standing on this one so it falls, and then move over and get on the pipe. And yeah, that's it for this level. Level 6, not very hard either. But at the same time, I do think it's harder than world number 3. Anyway, I'm Gene the Pink Panther. Stay tuned for part number 9. I'll see you later.